What are the best new cars available that I would buy with my own money? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. I test drive over 50 new car models every single year. And after 15 years of testing and reviewing new cars, I'm going to share which ones that I would buy with my own money. Now, even though these are my picks based on my own personal taste, my priorities do tend to line up fairly well with that of the average consumer, which are to buy a car that's well made, reliable, well designed, and offers excellent value for the money. I'm going to cover many different categories of vehicles, so let's begin with compact vehicles. My personal pick for the best compact vehicle is a really easy choice because it's a car that I actually purchased myself, and that car is the Mazda 3. The Mazda 3 is my personal favorite for many reasons, but it ultimately comes down to this. A good compact car needs to be reliable, well made, and have a low cost of ownership. And the Mazda 3 delivers on all of that. It comes with a super reliable 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine and 6-speed automatic transmission. Mechanical problems are rare, and you can expect this drivetrain to last a long time. And I like that it's a much larger engine than what you typically find in other compact cars. You can also get it with a powerful turbocharged engine, optional all-wheel drive, and even a 6-speed manual if you really want. It also comes in either a sedan or hatchback body style, so there's plenty of choice and a model for almost anyone. But beyond that, what really draws me to the Mazda 3 is its sporty feel, its style, the expensive feeling interior, and overall premium vibe. You really feel like you're getting a lot of car for the money, and a high quality product. In a time when cars have become ridiculously expensive, the Mazda 3 shines as a bright spot for those with a tighter budget, but thankfully, the lower price does not come with big sacrifices. The biggest problem with the Mazda 3 is that it's just a little bit too small and tight for a lot of buyers. So let's move on to the next category, which is mid-size cars. And my personal favorite mid-size car that I would actually buy with my own money is the Toyota Camry. The Camry has always been a no-brainer choice for those who want reliable, no-nonsense transportation, and the latest version is easily the best one yet. It comes standard with the latest generation of Toyota's incredibly reliable hybrid system. But it's not only made to last, it also happens to be incredibly fuel efficient and surprisingly powerful, delivering up to 232 horsepower. That's almost as much power as you used to get from the V6 engine not even 2 decades ago. The Camry is also an unbeatable value. No other sedan offers this much space, this much comfort, with top-notch reliability, performance, and efficiency for such a reasonable starting price. Just close your eyes and buy one because you really can't get more car than this for your money. And now let's move on to SUVs, the category that most consumers are going for these days. Now, when it comes to SUVs, I would not go for anything too crazy or fancy, just a regular, sensible SUV that will get the job done. And for that, my personal favorite pick that I would go for at the moment is the Honda CR-V Hybrid. To me, the most important things an SUV needs to have are interior space and cargo space. It needs to have top-notch safety, it needs to be comfortable to drive, and cost-effective to own. And the CR-V Hybrid delivers on all of that, better than just about anything else. It's also one of the most fuel-efficient and reliable SUVs of its size, with a proven third-generation hybrid system that Honda has been using for over a decade. And compared to the more popular RAV4 hybrid, it's quieter, smoother, more comfortable, much easier to buy with no waiting period, and therefore easier to get a great deal on, which is why it's my preferred choice. Perhaps the new 2026 RAV4 that's coming will change my opinion, but for the moment, the CR-V Hybrid is my top pick. Now, what about minivans? Well, this is another category that's another very easy pick for me. My number one minivan without question is the Toyota Sienna. The Sienna has just about everything you could want in a minivan. It's super spacious and practical, it's comfortable, it's incredibly reliable and long-lasting, and it has a few bonuses that you don't get in its rival, such as available all-wheel drive and a hybrid drivetrain, which makes it the most fuel-efficient minivan available today. The biggest problem with it is that it's nearly impossible to get one. Chances are you'll be waiting several months to over a year. But it's almost worth the wait because the low supply, high demand practically makes them depreciation proof, which is yet another nice bonus. Now, how about trucks? Well, a truck is a vehicle that I have absolutely no use for, but I've test driven them all, and there is one truck that does stand out to me as being especially nice that I could see myself driving. And that truck is the Honda Ridgeline. I know it's not a proper body-on-frame truck, but the Ridgeline is realistically more than enough truck for most. And it's a sensible choice that most truck buyers should really be going for. It has a nice big bed with a huge lockable storage area, plus a nifty dual-action tailgate. The interior space is enormous. It has a nice, smooth 3.5-liter V6 engine and an equally smooth, pleasant ride that no body-on-frame truck can match. It's also very reliable, and I trust it to last longer than just about any of the big three. So I think it's a truck that deserves more respect than it gets. And now for the next category, we have electric vehicles. Now, I've test driven basically all the new electric vehicles that are on the market, and even though there are not too many that I'm fully sold on that I would buy, there is one electric vehicle that I could picture myself owning and driving every single day. And that EV is the BMW i4. BMW seems to know something that most other automakers don't, because as far as I'm concerned, the i4 is how you make an EV the right way. It's basically a regular BMW 4 Series that happens to be electric. It's comfortable, it handles well, it has a nice interior, a surprising amount of cargo space thanks to that rear hatch, it has a decent driving range, and excellent performance. And I wouldn't even bother with the high-performance M50. The regular version is more than enough. It's a car that really surprised me, and I was far more satisfying and enjoyable than I expected it to be. If I wanted an EV, the i4 would definitely be at the top of my list. Okay, now how about we move on to a category that's a bit more interesting, such as luxury cars. Now, for this category, I would want a car that's not only luxurious and stylish, but also well-made and also fun to drive. And the one car in this category that really speaks to me that I would personally buy is the Lexus IS. I really don't care that the IS is the oldest car in its segment. To me, it's an absolute gem, and I would not take it any other way. Despite being around for ages, I still think this is the best looking sports sedan that money can buy. I also love that it has not changed with the times. The IS 300 and 350 come with an old school naturally aspirated V6 engine with a regular 6-speed or 8-speed transmission. It doesn't have the power of modern turbo cars, but it's just as satisfying in its own way. And because it's so well proven, so thoroughly debugged, made in Japan, and let's face it, a Lexus, you will not find a more reliable, well-made luxury car for the money. And if you really want more power, you can get the IS 500, which is the last luxury car available with a naturally aspirated V8 engine. But if I really wanted to go with a V8 engine, the luxury car that I would personally buy is the next one that's in the GT luxury category. And that car is the Lexus LC500. I've driven luxury GT cars from BMW, Mercedes, and Porsche, and frankly, the much less expensive LC500 puts all of them to shame. It's not even close. The sound and feel of its heart-stopping, naturally aspirated V8 engine, its incredibly well finished, near Rolls-Royce level interior, and its stunning good looks that look just as fresh and show-stopping today as they did several years ago when the car launched. If you have over $100,000 to blow on a fun, beautiful toy, I think you'd really be crazy to buy just about anything else. It truly is that good. And now for the next category, we have my pick for my favorite sports car. Now, for this one, I've decided to split it into two different vehicles, one that's affordable and one that's not so affordable. Let's start with my personal favorite affordable sports car, which is the Mazda MX-5. Probably an obvious choice. I mean, what else could it be? The MX-5 is the perfect sports car for anyone on a budget. Frankly, it's even a better choice than many sports cars that are 3 to 4 times its price. Nothing else is more fun, more engaging, and more sensible. You can get it with a power hardtop, but I'd take mine the old school way, with a manual soft top, manual transmission, and that's it. Let's just say there's a reason why this is the best-selling sports car in the world. But hey, I guess we only live once, and if I had the money to blow, there is another sports car that I would definitely take instead. My personal favorite, which is the Porsche 718 GTS 4.0. I've been fortunate enough to drive quite a few Porsches over the years, and I really think that the 718 GTS is a bit of a hidden gem. Forget the 911 and all of its high-priced variants. The 718 GTS is more fun to drive, more enjoyable. It has a proper, naturally aspirated, high-revving 6-cylinder engine that sounds great, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and an old-school analog feel that gives it more personality than just about any other Porsche. And unlike the GT3s and RSs that grab all the attention, the GTS 4.0 is actually attainable and possible to get without being on Porsche's preferred customer list. And because it doesn't cost an insane amount, I would not hesitate to drive it every day, absolutely everywhere. And yet, because it is ending production this year and will be replaced by an EV version, it is already destined to be a future collectible. To me, this is as good as it gets. And there you have it, all of my personal favorites that I would buy with my own money, at least right now. Let me know what you thought of my choices, and would any of these be your own personal picks? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also take a look at my other videos by clicking the links in the corner. And if you are planning to buy a new vehicle and you live in Ontario, know that OMVIC is the vehicle sales regulator that's responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.